Have you gotten a COVID test? Do you know anyone who has? We'll share the updated COVID numbers and testing protocols.
Former Syracuse basketball stars come back to raise scholarship money for Black and Latino Syracuse University students.
And the Jonas Brothers are coming to town. We've got everything you need to know.
Plus your rainy weather forecast and orange sports coming up on this edition of Mornings on the Hill.
Good morning. I'm Allison Turner. Thanks for joining us for Mornings on the Hill.
And I'm Kritzia Williams. Our top story this morning focuses on a new way for students and staff to get tested.
We start today with the latest number of COVID cases on campus. Currently, there's a total of 160 active cases with 6 unvaccinated students in quarantine. 12 new active cases were reported yesterday, 10 were students and 2 were employees. Syracuse University is still in the red zone, which means masks are required indoors as well as inside a group when outside. Syracuse University is offering 2 locations for COVID-19 testing sites, the Dome and Kimmel Hall.
Michaela Armstrong joins us live with more information on on-campus testing.
Behind me is Kimmel Hall. What once was a dining hall is now one of 2 testing locations the university is now offering for students and staff as COVID cases increase on campus.
Syracuse University is making COVID-19 testing easily accessible for all with just a swipe of your SU ID card. Those who enter each of the 2 locations will be tested, receive hand sanitizer, then leave to await results. According to the COVID-19 dashboard, the university is currently in the red zone with more than 150 active COVID cases. Representative of the COVID Program Management Office, AJ Florikowski, says the sites are using PCR testing.
We use the pooled testing approach. So, if we collect, 24 tests, we'll break that into 2 pools of 12. We'll test the pool, and if that pool comes back negative, then we know that all 12 of those all of those collections are negative. If that pool comes back positive, then we go and we'll test each one of those individually. But by doing this pool technique, it lets us conserve our resources from the lab side, and the results that we're able to get back are very quick.
The sites have tested more than 300,000 and will continue to offer more at these 2 locations. The Dome offering weekday times and Kimmel Hall offering weekend times available to all students and staff. Michaela Armstrong, Mornings on the Hill.
There are more legal problems for former Syracuse University lacrosse student athlete Chase Scanlon. Scanlon was reportedly arrested for driving while intoxicated. It happened near Scanlon's hometown in western New York. Sheriff's deputies pulled him over early Sunday morning. This is just the latest for Scanlon, who was accused of physically abusing a female student on campus. In the meantime, Syracuse University is now facing a lawsuit over the way the Scanlon case was handled. His accuser is suing the university, claiming not enough was done to protect her once the case came to the light. Syracuse University is celebrating the grand opening of a new space for diversity. 119 Euclid Avenue is dedicated to celebrating the Black student experience. It takes a step forward in the university's goal to create a more inclusive environment. To learn more, Google 119 Euclid.
Syracuse University hosted a memorial service to remember those who lost their lives in the 9/11 attacks 20 years ago. Lauren Helmbrecht is live at Hendricks Chapel with more details on the event.
Thanks, Allison. It's pretty calm here this morning, but on Saturday there was a big crowd here to honor the memory of the people who died during the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Since then, I've spoken with on-campus religious leaders about the importance of coming together in community, especially during difficult times.
Flags were at half-mast around campus.
The Syracuse Brass Ensemble played Amazing Grace, and nearly 200 people came together in Hendricks Chapel on Saturday morning. During the ceremony, community members lit 20 candles and they rang 20 chimes to remember the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Reverend Dr. Brian Conkle says memorial services shouldn't just be a moment in time, but should help carry us forward.
So my hope is that by remembering September 11th, it compels us to consider how we wish to live our lives on September 12th and beyond.
Representatives from various religious and spiritual groups shared the stage, including Imam Amir Durich. The university's Muslim chaplain says 9/11 still affects us today.
We still all felt that pain and suffering, and we needed a place to heal, and we needed to be understood.
Both Reverend Conkle and Imam Durich emphasized the importance of coming together in community during times of struggle, to remember that we are not alone. Reverend Dr. Conkle says that crisis gives birth to clarity, whether 20 years ago or today. For Mornings on the Hill, I'm Lauren Albrecht. Back to you.
Thank you, Lauren. The American Red Cross is on campus today from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a blood drive. You can donate blood by going to room 500 in the Hall of Languages. Coming up here on Mornings on the Hill, warm temperatures, but you might have to stay inside. Adriana Rosas Rivera has our weather report next.
Also coming up, how campus police plan to keep students safe as violence increases in the city. Stay with us for those stories and much more here on Mornings on the Hill.
It's time to check your weather for today. Adriana Rosas Rivera joins us to tell us what to expect.
Thanks, guys, and some warm weather coming your way, but beware, it won't be too sunny in the coming days. Let's take a look at our current conditions. So Syracuse right now in some warm 70-degree weather, but that's going to change. Some light rain and showers expected for the rest of the day. It's going to be humid, 97-degree humidity for the rest of the day. So carry that umbrella, carry that rain gear, because you might get caught in some rain coming in and out of work. And moving on to tomorrow, let's take a look at what it's going to look like. In the morning, some dense fog and cooler weather coming your way, but the sun will make an appearance in the evening. Clear skies later that night. We're going to hit 67 degrees around that time. So going to be looking good. But for the rest of the region today, again, be on the lookout for those showers. Central New York enjoying some low 70-degree weather. Some cooler temperatures in Watertown, 69 in Rome, 68 in Buffalo. But again, if you're going to be outside, better carry that umbrella because you might get caught in some showers. And then moving on to tomorrow and the rest of the week. It's going to be some hit and miss weather Saturday. Have you got plans? Because it's going to be thundering and lightning at a warm 79 degrees. The day to be outside is Sunday, 77 degrees, beautiful clear skies. And if by chance you have the day off on Monday, 82 degrees. So those are the 2 days to head to the Finger Lakes, head east to the Adirondacks, and those are the last remnants of summer, so you better take advantage of them. And that's it for your weather forecast. Back to you, Allison.
Thanks, Adriana. Syracuse University students are voicing concern about their safety off campus. Mornings on the Hill reporter Alexis Raleigh shares more about how students are becoming more aware of an increase in crime throughout the city.
You've probably seen these around campus. We've all seen these. This is part of the blue light system used in case of danger. Here at Syracuse, safety is always on our mind because of the recent spike in crime. As new students return this fall, some are frightened for their safety on and off campus. Within the past year, Onondaga County has seen a 55% increase in homicide rates in Syracuse. Syracuse University student Steve Schultz says that there are areas off campus that he steers clear of.
Generally, I feel very safe on campus, but there are definitely a few spots off campus where I don't feel nearly as safe, and me and my friends would try to avoid. especially now as crime seems to be going up.
Even though students feel comfortable on most parts of campus, many still feel unsafe leaving after hours from the university. Syracuse University graduate assistant Maggie Haggerty gets nervous walking to her car when it becomes dark outside.
I'd say I definitely do feel safe on campus, but no matter if it's later at night, I try to always be with someone. If I am walking alone, I try to call my mom or just friends that I know that will be there if I need them.
Syracuse University says they continue to provide the best safety for their student body and staff. Go towards your closest blue light and sound the alarm for the Department of Public Safety to come and help you. Alexis Raleigh, Mornings on the Hill.
Thanks, Alexis. If you are looking to add to your resume and get real-world news writing experience, the Daily Orange has positions available for you. This independent newspaper is ranked as one of the top college newspapers in the country. The paper is looking for writers in news, culture, sports, business, and more. No experience is needed, and all SU and SUNY ESF students are welcome to apply. For more information, email editor@dailyorange.com. Coming up in sports, former Syracuse stars return to the Dome for a big cause. More coming up, stay with us.
A new proposed sports complex that Onondaga County hopes will attract over 500,000 new faces a year. Good morning, I'm James Cataldo. County Executive Ryan McMahon says Hopkins Road Park in Salina is looking to build a $25 million soccer and lacrosse complex to attract more tourism from outside the area. The complex will include 10 tournament quality fields, including one indoors. The county says this will allow youth teams from the Northeast to compete in more tournaments. Construction is set to begin in 2022. When Syracuse basketball legends come back to the Carrier Dome, it's always a special occasion. But when they lace up in front of fans for the first time since 2019 in the new look dome for a bigger cause, it means that much more. With the likes of Derek Coleman coaching on the sideline, Lawrence Moten on the court, or Jim Boeheim in attendance, it was a good day for Syracuse basketball. Now, while the team got the win over the blue team, the bigger story was that all proceeds from the event went towards scholarship opportunities for Black and Latino students at Syracuse University.
When you're able to raise funds to broaden the kids' education, I mean, that's what it's about.
It means an awful lot because I teach in the Syracuse community. I teach middle school, and I see the struggles that some of the youth are going through. So, but there are some ones that are really truly staying dedicated to be successful. And I truly hope the best for them, and as long as I'm in the school system, I'm going to give my positive motivation.
Mornings on the Hill game of the week. Last night, Cicero North Syracuse traveling to Liverpool. Both teams looking to get their third wins on the year. Heading out to Liverpool High School, Antonio Wilson tacked on the first goal of the game for Liverpool in the first half, but the North Stars dominated for the majority of the game. Right after the goal, CNS on a free kick. Aaron Huskick tried to wrap it far post, but it was just wide. And then jumping to the second half, another set piece for the North Stars. That Warrior defense holding strong, though, clearing it out, and junior goalkeeper Vincent Thompson was lights out. But CNS kept knocking on that door until they knocked it down. 9 minutes to go in the game, Hunter Lawless gets the rebound, sneaks it past Thompson, and ties it. But the drama was not even close to done. 90 seconds later, Gorov Adakari cleans up yet another bobble off a free kick. Thompson going down with an injury, and he heads it home. And again, Gorov Adakari, name so nice, you gotta say it twice. CNS wins this one from a come-from-behind win. They hop on the bus back home to Cicero, 3-1-1 on the year. They play Baldwinsville on Thursday. And for Syracuse football, it was a tough loss to Rutgers last week. We all know that, as the Orange just couldn't hit any sort of stride on offense, dropping their first game of the season 17-7. Tommy DeVito only threw for 149 yards, and Sean Tucker scored the lone touchdown for the Orange on the ground. But even he barely broke 50 yards. But this week, they have a chance to rebound as they play the Great Danes of Albany in the Dome, a very winnable game for the Orange. The Danes are 1-3 overall on the year, with their only win coming against the University of New Hampshire. Kickoff for that one is Saturday at high noon. Allison?
Thanks, James. Still to come here on Mornings on the Hill, the Jonas Brothers are performing live in Syracuse at the end of the month. Stay with us for more on their new song, Just Ahead.
Okay? The Department of Public Safety is looking into recent burglaries on South Campus. DPS says that alleged burglaries are targeting unlocked vehicles through windows and doors. It is recommended by DPS to make sure you lock your car, report suspicious activity, and hide vulnerable items out of sight. If you have any information on these incidents, please contact DPS at 315-443-2224. You can also report anonymously by visiting the DPS website. Resources are always available. The Jonas Brothers are coming to Syracuse. Our own Gabriel Vega has the story.
Yeah, that's right. The Jonas Brothers are coming to town very soon, 12 days. The people I talked to are really excited for it. I know I am.
Sucker by the Jonas Brothers on your party station, Z89.
Kyle Leff is the general manager and president of WJPZ Radio at Syracuse University, and a big Jonas Brothers fan.
I grew up in the generation of Jonas Brothers being the biggest band, so them coming here is really cool to me. I missed the chance to see them on their original tour, so being able to see them live is really cool to me. I know I'm gonna try and go to see them because I do want to hear the Year 3000 played.
Among the Year 3000, on this tour, the Jonas Brothers play all their famous songs, including Only Human, Cool, Sucker, but also DNC songs and solo performances by Nick Jonas. This is the Remember This tour, following the smash success of the Happiness Begins tour, which concluded in February 2020, before the pandemic. And their songs have been playing on the radio non-stop.
We do play a lot of their songs on the radio. A lot of the recent stuff has been charting pretty well, so we usually have 4 or 5 songs in rotation, which is saying a lot, because usually the most we have by an artist is 2 songs. So 5 of their songs are usually in rotation. I know the Year 3000, Burnin' Up are in rotation all the time as good top classic hits. So we do play them a good amount.
And last Tuesday, the Jonas Brothers announced the release of their new single, Who's in Your Head, coming out this Friday on September 17th. They played the song live in Denver for the first time 2 weeks ago.
I'm very excited for it. I have heard it's going to be a chart topper, and for myself, for a radio nerd who runs a radio station, I do have to understand how charting works. So hearing a song before it comes out is going to chart really well, usually means it's going to be top 5 somewhere. So I would expect that to be a pretty high charter.
The Jonas Brothers will play on September 26th at the St. Joseph Health Amphitheater.
Tested 48 hours before the show. If you are vaccinated, you don't need to get tested. Of course, everybody has to wear a mask. I'm excited. You guys excited? Back to you, Allison and Kritzia.
I know I am, for sure.
Thinking about being front row.
Thanks, Gabe. That is going to do it for us this Wednesday here on Mornings on the Hill. I'm Allison Turner. Be sure to follow us on our social media.
I'm Kritzia Williams. Thanks for watching Orange Nation. We'll see you next Wednesday live at 10 a.m. right here on Orange Television Network.